Hey everybody, Shane Presley here with Rock Paper Podcast. Let me tell you about my friends over at Naked Vine, located at 1624 Clarkson Road in Chesterfield, Missouri, serving up all your finest wine, whiskey, tequila, and local craft beers. Hey, swing by and visit them this week for some great live music. Thursday, March 21st, from Steven Chozich, and March 22nd, Friday night, The Big Idea. And my friends, Find a Drive return out there Saturday, March 23rd. And hey, mark it on your calendar, April 9th. We'll be back out at Naked Vine for the singer-songwriter storytelling showcase. Bringing along Carson Mann of the Scandaleros, Hillary Fitz, and Jordan Sloan of Hounds. So do not miss that event. That's a 7 o'clock start, $5 at the door. All this information and more can be found at nakedvine.net. Be sure to follow along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And yeah, come on out if you haven't been out there. It's a beautiful spot Brian's got out there. It's always great live music, all kinds of good times. So, and they've been doing a special event every Wednesday now too, doing flight night. So you can come out and try all kinds of different drinks on that evening. So come on by. Out in Chesterfield on Clarkson Road. I'll see you all there. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the show.
Podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
So what's up? I'm Gorilla J.
Yo, what's up, Flo?
I'm Funko Creek.
We are the Egan's Rats.
And this is Rock Paper Podcast.
Hey.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast, y'all.
Hey, everybody. Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Hanging out today with the guys of Egan's Rats. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having us, man.
It's been a long time coming, man.
Amen. Finally here.
I'm excited to be down here hanging out. We are at band practice tonight, so that's see where the magic happens here.
Yeah, you're right here at level ground zero. It's the rat hole.
Yeah, the
Rat hole, baby.
Yeah, that's right. But this is cool, man, because like I've been kind of keeping an eye on things for a while. I've known you guys. It's actually my first time meeting Tracy, but I've known Dub and Jeff for a while now. Gorilla J. And I remember maybe one of your guys first. I think it was somewhere right around there. But seeing you guys play at Pops for like that after party thing we guys did.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the earlier ones, man.
Yeah.
That was I think was one of our first with Tracy for sure.
No, I didn't play that one, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you had somebody's mixing.
No, you just had DJ going on.
Turntables. We were going to get him to come out, but then they couldn't accommodate the drums at the last minute.
Yeah, I think it was Lee Bird on that one.
Yeah, that's when we had the guy with the trumpet come up on
Yeah,
stage.
that's what I was gonna say, man. Like that guy
rocked it out.
shows up with a trumpet. I was like, man,
Dude, in the crowd just started doing a solo.
We didn't play that, man.
It was amazing. It was like somebody just came out the shadows.
We had to get somebody to fill in all that funk.
Space.
yeah, man. Shout out to that guy, whoever he was.
Man, I tried to find him forever, man. I tried to like go through social media for anything. I asked everybody like, what part of band is he? And I could never figure it out. I was like, man, but if he's out there listening, man, come on up. We'll do features all day.
Right.
Yeah, man. That was anyway. So I've been keeping an eye on since like the early beginning stages of this group and keeping an eye on things, and that was a lot of fun to. But it's cool to see now that we got some recordings, we got a lot of shows happening, we got a lot of things cooking for the band for sure, or for the group.
A lot cooking, man. We've been cranking out the shows. Actually, we had one every weekend in February.
Yes.
Kicked it off with the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Well, actually, that was like the big first one we booked, and was like because Egan's Rats got ties to St. Valentine's Day Massacre. We felt like we had to.
Sure.
And then like everybody was just like, you know what, man, we'll book it all, man. And we did, and it was rough, but
Yeah, didn't realize how many shows we actually booked.
He's like, we'll take it.
yeah, we just picked up everything, man. And,
Yeah. Let me adjust this real quick. 1 second, guys. guess I'm not gonna do it while it's recording. I think we'll be all right. You said Egan's Rats has ties to St. Valentine's Day Massacre, and I did do a little bit of research on the name. I pulled up a Wikipedia article, and I saw that that there was that mentioned there, and I thought that was kind of cool. Though I didn't know if you guys go like if that was a lot of it going back and doing the history and stuff. If you guys are history buffs,
Kinney, like Thomas Kinney and all of the guys. I mean, they even had like
Thomas
ties with Al Capone,
Kinney, Thomas Egan,
yeah, like Al Capone and everything like that.
Yeah.
They even had ties all the way back there. Because I mean, I went down the rat hole, pardon the pun, but we went down the rat hole with the Instagram, and that's where I found all these pictures and all these articles about it, and like, like even the graphic ones of the Valentine's Day Massacre, but then that, to the car shootings and stuff like that with Thomas Kinney, and man, it was just crazy, and I was like, holy.
And to be honest, man, like when I suggested this name for this group, I didn't know there was such as like a violent street gang. The story I had heard was actually a pretty cool story, and I was like, man, like it'd be cool to like name a rap group after that.
Yeah. So what was the story?
All right, so I was riding. I think I was listening to 88.1. They always do that, like Taste of St. Louis history, and I love, I turned up, I'm jamming, right? And they were talking about this 1900 St. Louis street gang, Egan's Rats, and it was during Prohibition, and Jack Daniels had moved their whole distillery, like up here to Missouri during Prohibition to like try to keep it safe and whatnot. And so like the Egan's Rats broke into this warehouse and just stole barrels and barrels of whiskey and just went around St. Louis distributing it to the people of St. Louis. And I was like, man, that's awesome. Like should name our like rap group Egan's Rats.
Yeah.
Me and Jeff were still like trying to think of what to call it at the time. Like I think we were sitting on Optimus Nova for that or what was it?
I think it was
Optimist Nova.
Yeah, the Optimist Nova. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some struggles in the early.
We were just throwing stuff around, and like I threw Egan's Rats around one time, and we started digging, and we're like, yeah, it's cool. It has like St. Louis ties,
Right. Yeah,
especially that Robin Hood kind of feel to the story.
Right, yeah, especially with that one, and then but then later we found out pretty violent stuff like that. We're like, oh well, it's too late now. We already named it now.
That's right. I already got the webpage now. I can't just turn it back.
Yeah, it's legit now.
But I did appreciate that, though. Like you said, having that ties to St. Louis and everything else with the name, and so I thought that was cool until it. And I didn't, I don't know a lot of that history and stuff. So that was kind of fun that you guys kind of turned me on to that too, learning a little bit more about some of the history of St. Louis.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to keep it local all the time, man.
I'll give you good music and let you get some history.
There you go. Yeah. So I guess talking about that though, like where does this group kind of come to be? I mean, I know you guys have rapped together in the past and stuff, but like how do we decide to make this a group and then bring Tracy in here?
Oh man, so like I said, me and Jeff had been throwing around this idea for a rap group there for a bit, and just doing tracks and everything. Like I know he had a couple tracks that he had on his mixtape, and we were just like, man, we could make a little group and whatnot. And like I said, we'd copped pretty much all the beats that are on the mixtape is what we kind of started out with, like with the group stuff, And then I've known Tracy for a while, man. I met him back when I was like 18, 19 or something, man. And we used to just go, like it was my buddy's brother worked for him, and like they used to have jam sessions at his house. And they'd be all in the basement, full, instruments out. Everybody got guitars, bass, drums. Somebody got a microphone. I'd get up there on the mic sometimes and do like Foxy Lady and stuff. Like, you know who you are. And just wild out, Right.
Gotta do the Wayne's World dance.
Yeah, you gotta do the Garth, yeah. It's the only reason I know that song.
Little heartbreaker.
So well, it's just from watching that movie over and over again. So, yeah, and then, so he was talking about, man, like, he's been in the rock scene for a while. He's like, I just kind of want to do something different, man. I just want to try something else. It's like, hey, you ever tried drumming for hip hop? Like, we thought it'd be cool, I could incorporate a drummer in the live shows and stuff. He's like, oh, I'll try. So we started coming over here, jamming that out, going, and he's like, like check out these other beats that I made, and it's like, Tracy's an old head, man. So like, he doesn't have like a lot of hip hop influence. Like his hip hop influence is like Run DMC, NWA. Somewhere he found a Fat Joe record. So you get like these beats that are very oddballish and you know, you don't really see a lot of that on the mixtape because, like I said, we were beat jacking, but you definitely get that same flavor carried over onto this whole new like sound, man. I think what we're putting out on this new one, man, is just gonna blow people's minds because it's gonna be like nothing anybody's heard from this area, man, from any area I can think of, honestly. Like this is gonna be a St. Louis original right here, so it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm digging what I'm hearing already. Like you said, we do have this mixtape out there. Kind of get everybody a little sample of what you guys are up to, and yeah, and I really liked it a lot. Like I had a pretty good little drive out here today to hang with you guys, and I listened to those 3 tracks on repeat the whole time. So I got a. But let's start with track 1 on there, The Rat Hole.
Just what is it that you want to do?
Well, we want to be free. We want to be free to do what we want to do. And we want to get loaded. And we want to have a good time. And that's what we're going to do.
Well, wait, baby, let's go.
We're going to have a good time.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you one of the few crews bringing that old school flavor for your ear. It goes 1, 2, 3, come on in. It's the murder capital where they murder for capitals. Money, drugs, thugs, all thinking they be capping dudes. When we get the bustin', it ain't gonna be nothing to us. Send a few crews, find bullets, see a poop shoot. Wait a few more seconds, you'll be on YouTube. Back stunk and X'd out, now that's the shit you're into. When I swear the next pup coming up will get struck, knuckled up and thrown back in the trunk. This lumberjack is back with a pack full of lyrical rags, throwing all of the trash so you're mumbling bums. But if you pull that crap on the rats, I'll saw you in half of the acts, like my name was Jim Doug. Yeah, I got your girl straight drooling, feel with the crew straight coolin'. Gonna move your shoes if you motherfuckers groovin'. Egan rants here to start a new movement, like what, like what? It's the murder capital, where we murder for capital. It's the murder capital, where we murder for capital.
Dub floating on the show up with a Bombay, with my dick out like I've been honoring Harambe. I get head in the box, call it Jambe. Mecca like a high copycat, skank copy. Wax off day on son, I miss the Miyagi. Dudes kung fu, cool kicks, so karate. I'm an ODB, talk shit, my mouth's a potty. Down with OPP, cause my nature's so naughty. Lottie dottie, dub like the party. I cause a lot of trouble, I bother everybody, yeah. When I be rocking the mic, I rock it right and let them all know Egan's rats rocking the night. Feel free to fill us up with free refills. Run the rat race all for the G's will. Watch out for the mousetrap, this one got his neck snap. He might not get the cheese, you know we will.
It's the murder capital, where we murder for capital. It's the murder capital, where we murder for capitals.
This one definitely caught my attention. There's a couple of funny lines that made me laugh. That especially Dub saying that I got my dick out for like I show
like a
my dick around.
Yeah, that's our rated around
That one made me. I had to actually go back and listen to the track again because I was laughing through the rest of it. So that got me good.
Man. That shit was hilarious.
Glad you like it, man. Glad you like it.
Yeah.
Put a lot of work into that.
Hey, man, it's a fun ad lib, too. I'll tell you that. It's a fun punch, man.
Well, that's what's nice about doing this show on the internet is we can actually say that stuff on here, so we don't have to worry about radio censoring.
Fucking right.
That's right.
Fucking right.
Right to it. There's another good line in there though too that Jeff threw out with getting he said poop shoot, and that made me laugh.
That's right,
you don't hear enough people saying poop shoot anymore.
Send a few shots to your poop shoot, man.
You gotta rhyme poop shoot with YouTube.
That's right.
For real. Like, that's epic. Wordplay, bars.
Yeah, man.
Bars on bars.
Something funny though, you know, bring it not so much like, you know, you want to have a hard track that's like real hard, but we're not gangsters again, you know what I'm saying? We're not toting guns, we're not doing this thing.
I mean, we named
just,
our rap group after a
Exactly.
1900 street game, but we're not gangsters.
Public service announcement.
Public service announcement, we're not gangsters. Just throwing that
But that's
out
what I'm
there.
saying, man. You know, so you bring hilarity to the seriousness.
Sure.
And that kind of, you know what I'm saying, that kind of breathes that and breathes something, you know.
It's good taste.
Yeah. Well, that one definitely. I mean, like I said, that one was more the funnier side. You know, you hit a couple of those lines, but as far as the other two tracks, definitely kind of fell into a lot more serious stuff.
Yeah, man.
So that was kind of fun to hear two different sides of what you guys are doing. Also, like there's so the track "Stay Free," which appears as number 2 on I guess on there was at least the way you sent it to me. That was definitely a lot more kind of. I like that beat a lot. Like I know you guys said that, but that was kind of but it was just even your flow over that beat was like just real smooth, man. Just real like kind of it just kind of, you could definitely something you could put on and just relax to and hang out and.
That's what I'm saying, kicking it late at night, just chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's kind of how the vibe went with it, you know. And that's what I wanted. That's what I mean. We wanted in a nutshell of just have a track that's just like you know, sitting back, you know.
Because I mean, at that time we were just like sending each other beats,
and have some good time,
sending each other what we had wrote to the beats. Exactly. And I'm pretty sure like Jeff had like. Did you come across that beat or I did? I know you wrote that first.
I think you came across.
I think I came across the beat, sent it to you. You wrote your verse, sent it to me, and I was like, all right, this is it. Like we're rolling on this one for sure.
Yeah. Kicking it late at night, I'm just chilling. Drink some beer, lose some fear, fight the feelings. Might write tonight, I might not. Who knows, I might drop if it's killing. Might swap that feeling for something more appealing than the use. Skip to my loop, rappers more excited when I'm used. If I'm not, I'm at a blank slate. No brain for this primate. I am mapping out my views as I kneel at the pew. Yes, I say to God, why God does this life have to sting like poop? Mean it's straight dog shit to live in this mud pit. Some people love it, but I just wanna be a new version of myself. So I write till there's no more words, no more verses until I emerge. Selfless and not selfish. I will be submerged as an artist until these motherfuckers learn. I burn like I'm living in the TARDIS. By far it's the hardest up and down life I've ever started. Oh wait, oh shit, y'all probably already painted that target. Well, as we all grow older, I truly believe we might not see the heights we can reach, but if you keep climbing and clear your thoughts, then your mind will always be free, yo. I said as we grow older, I truly believe we might not see the heights we can reach, but if you keep climbing and clear your thoughts, then your mind will always stay free, yo. Always stay free.
Got a fist verse full of faith, the rest hasn't occurred. Unearned, all caps, all F words built between this fifth and the last fifth is all a blur. I'm sorry I tossed pities in my wishing well and I pissed in yours. The pictures on the walls are more than pictures, the scriptures and times that I wish I would forget and they remember. Do not enter if you do it, my timber surrender, cause every little splinter in my finger symbolic of how I miss her. Yep, that's a whole lot of emotion, quick buck drops in the bucket. I'm looking for someone across an ocean with, but no matter how hard I try, you never seem to notice it. It's probably for the best, I just leave her in white and motionless. Hey, that's a really cool band reference, thanks. Picked it up from people who can't stand my presence. I shake hands with snakes who'd rather see me headless, all in an effort to make it easy to display a new necklace. I don't wanna be a billboard or build more. I'm not concerned about the kill score. I just wanna get you to build more, build more. The only way I bleed on beats and steel swords. But I'm still cozy, homie, sitting on my lonesome, smoking upon some lonely doty. Most know me as Dufflo, but me, I'm Cody, born from the golden cup that is also grody. My mind's free, you can't control me. I'm about to know mortal or demigod. I'm plenty-eyed with a bad bitch with a skinny bod. Kick plenty bars with many stars and plenty bars who hate their mind state cause the day ain't as free as ours.
As we all grow older, I truly believe we might not see the heights we can reach, but if you keep climbing and clear your thoughts, then your mind will always be free, yo. I said as we grow older, I truly believe we might not see the heights we can reach, but if you keep climbing and clear your thoughts, then your mind will always stay free, yo. Always stay free.
Yeah, definitely an emotional track, bro. Like I don't like to do that when I performed a lot, because I tell people it makes me feel like I'm naked sometimes. So I'm just like, shedding, letting you get in little fucking peaks, man. And it's kind of hard for me sometimes. Like that's why I mean,
Makes you feel vulnerable.
so I'm up there usually with a beer in my hand and stuff. I'm like trying to chuck that anxiety right now because I feel like I'm showing you my penis. Just a little bit, though, not a lot, just the tip. Like not too overly emotional, just a little bit.
Speaking of performing naked, I think the last time I saw you perform was at the pageant with Discrepancies, and I thought you might get naked because you came out with like a jacket and a vest and all that, and then like by the end of the set you took off your hat, your glasses, your jacket, your I was like, what else are you gonna take off?
I just shred clothes right man. See, well, I had a big thing lined up for that. Like I was gonna go like retro Casey Jones. I was gonna bring my nunchucks. I came in with the mask. Patrick was like, "You can't have that mask in here." And I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, you can't have the mask, bro. Take it back out to your car." I'm like, "I probably shouldn't mention these nunchucks in my pocket." And then they're fun, but they're wrong. And then like I was debating all night. Like, should I just say fuck it and just like don't tell them, bust them out mid set? Like, and then just security guard just turns around, grabs my ankle, sweeps me, pulls me down. I'm kicked out, banned from the pageant for life for like smuggling nunchucks. Yeah, smuggling foam nunchucks.
I mean, it would make a great show, though. I mean,
it would. It'd be killer.
It's a good shtick.
It is a good shtick.
But yeah, that was a wild night, man. Shout out to Discrepancies, those boys.
It was. That was a good time. Always shout out to the family on Discrepancies, man. It's always a good time.
Well, we do have a couple of shows of your own coming up here, and you can come out and see Egan's Rats live on February 23rd at the Firebird. And this was with Steve O'Brien, right?
Yep, Steve O'Brien, Jay Ed. It's the HardHop and Soul show. A lot of good talent on there. I know Thrush is gonna be there. Man, I there's just a lot, man. There's quite a few on there. There's like 3 or 4 other artists, so you're just gonna have to check that out. Come out. It's gonna be a banging show.
You know, Steve O'Brien always grinding, so shout out to that,
always grinding, man. Jay Ed's always grinding, so I'm really looking forward to the show. And I'm thinking about I'm gonna raffle a couple tickets off of this show too for free, man. So
there you go.
Bro, do something crazy, like everybody pick a word. I'm gonna put it in. Maybe not a word, maybe a number, because I was thinking about that. People are gonna pick a long word, trying to make it easier to pick out of a hat. Just something, man. Get people to pick something. I'm gonna put it in a hat. We'll go Facebook Live when we pull it out, so they know I ain't BS.
We could pick out poop shoot. That's a word for you.
Well, so I guess get involved with Egan's Rats on your Facebook page. Keep an eye out for that.
Definitely.
And then we got March 17th. You said was with Artists United?
At the Artists United Network. Yeah, we got a little gonna do a little couple songs for them.
Yeah.
I guess they're gonna take some pictures of our ugly mugs, stuff like that.
There we go. And June 1st, you guys are hanging out with our buddy Travis over at Agitate the Airwaves, and this is his big birthday show, and this will be at Fubar. So it's going to be another wild night.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, you're going to have Retro Champ, Retro Champ, you know, Inner Outlines.
Love performing with Retro Champ, Inner Outlines.
Skylines, Eat Sleep Catapult. Even your boy SmileyBoy is going to be there probably.
That's the homie right there. You
make a little appearance, man. And of course, you know, you got Preach and you got that Rowan STL, which is dope as well.
Right.
Preach,
Preach is always a homie, man. Yeah. Preach always blows my mind when I perform with that, too.
Crazy, man. Just makes you want to chop all the time.
I know, man. Like, I love performing with Preach because then, like, I get, like, to perform and I get to get a Preach set in, like, at the same time.
That's right, man.
Well, I was wondering about, you mentioned Tracy kind of coming in with some of that old hip-hop stuff. What kind of got you guys into this? Like, what were you guys remember your first CD you picked up that...
Oh man, like hip hop wise, man. No, not CD wise. Like CD wise, I didn't buy a CD for a while, man. I never really had the money to. I remember the first CD I did buy was an overpriced Jagged Edge CD at a Walmart, because that song had just dropped. That what was it? Hey, where the party at? I love that song, bro. And I just had like a boombox, like my first boombox too. I was like, man, I'm about to make all my friends jealous by buying the CD for this one fucking song that I can play.
But then they did the remix with Nelly.
I know, right?
That's what I was like.
Both charms froze.
I always got hand-me-downs. So I always got the hand-me-down CDs. So I got like the Dayton Family FBI, 3-6 Mafia and stuff like that. So it was always kind of like a, old school mixed with like the real hard street grime kind of thing. And that's kind of what catapulted the verses a little bit. And yeah, man, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, a lot of like the earlier hip hop music. I mean, I moved up here from Atlanta when I was 11, so like a lot of my influences: Outkast, Ludacris, Jermaine Dupri, all pretty much Atlanta artists at the time. And a little bit here and there from the other East Coast.
Yeah.
But at the time, like I mean,
music though too, man. Like
Nelly and all at that pinnacle of when I like really fell in love with hip hop was like right around, man. I had to be like 7 or 8, dude. Like 98, like 97, I think it's around.
Yeah.
When Miss Jackson had dropped from Outkast, and that was everywhere, man. It was everywhere. Like, me and my friends loved that song, And at the time, you don't even really know. It's like you don't distinguish genre when you're that young, You're not like, oh, this is hip hop, this is rap, It's like it's just music to you, Like you're trying out there, like I remember we tried to karaoke at a pool party that song, and then like when it actually came up to knowing the lyrics, we're all just like looking at each other like, oh shit, like well, what do we do for this part? We only know the chorus, we don't know the hook.
Wait for the hook to come back.
yeah, we just know the Miss Jackson part.
Yeah, man. I mean, and even when it started before the hip hop thing, it was like like some hard Metallica and stuff like that. The rock, what I'm saying, the influences before that, and especially Metallica was like a huge influence on me. I probably like at least 20 tapes. Yeah, at least 20 tapes at least. James Hetfield, seeing him out there and just, oh yeah, you get that that'll shake your toes right there.
Somewhere on YouTube, there's like a supercut of like every one of the James Yaz on Metallica. Like it's like a 5-minute song and just, yeah. It's pretty great.
Man, and especially when they're coming back now, being as old as they are, man.
Still kicking
cool.
it. Shit. Yeah,
that's cool, man. They got their own like little video series and stuff like that. And it's pretty cool. But going from that right into like the J Dilla beats and Mos Def and Talib Kweli, Black Thought, stuff like that too.
Yeah, man, definitely a lot of J Dilla and New Jobs, man. Like I mean, a lot of tie to that is like Adult Swim, man. Like Toonami, they always used to have like that old school, and then when it came down to like Adult Swim, they started incorporating all those J Dilla beats.
Sliq, Ninth Wonder,
Flying Lotus, Ninth Wonder, New Jobs. New Jobs did a lot of stuff for Samurai Champloo, and they started bumping that, and it's just like, man, it just gravitate to that,
Sick, man.
Where's this like crazy sample old school hip hop sound coming from, like some new flavor for me as a child,
Tracy, you were saying you were kind of more in the rock scene as a drummer.
Oh yeah. No, I grew up playing rock and heavy metal, things like that. So you're getting into actually producing these. Well, I've done that for like 25, 30 years probably. I think the first time I ever did it was 20 years ago. I probably got tunes on that computer that I've mixed 20 years ago, putting little samples together when it first started coming around. Windows was one of the first one. You could run like 3 samples at a time and it starts crashing.
Yeah, did you hear people trying to do like a rap rock band?
Years ago.
And it just never took off.
Yeah.
They suck.
I learned how to do it. I mean, we didn't know what we were doing. And the electronics was so much harder, you know what I'm saying? To mix everything together was a lot harder than it is now.
Sure. Like the Queen video, the swinging mic right back and forth.
No, I always like making beats.
I just watched this video about Manny Fresh and the Back That Ass Up, because it's like 20 years old now. And still a banger, man. People
still a banger. Probably still gets played all over the place.
Yeah, but he was talking about how he put together that sample, creating that song and that beat and everything, and like it was really fascinating. It's like I don't really know a lot about that world, but to see Manny Fresh like break it down, like is that like how he putting in this part here and that part, whatever, making it all come to life, and then Juvie just ripped it up. So
yeah, man, and I love seeing that too, man. They do that play-by-plays of everything, right, man, and that's what's cool about some of these newer tracks we're working on too. Like we got one called Grimy, where we all kind of came together on the beat. Like Tracy just kind of got over there and was like, tell me what kind of sound you like. What do you like in it? We're just kind of like, throw this in here, throw this over his shoulder, throw this in. All right. Now I'll work with this. And there's a lot of cool too. Like a lot of our songs coming out, man, that we're writing on now. They got like these crazy like switch ups on them too, man. So like you're gonna be like bumping this song and like a minute in, it's just gonna change. It's gonna be like 2 songs in one song. You're gonna be like, what the hell's happening?
Yeah.
But like, we're gonna really blindside people with this. It's gonna be different. That's definitely the only word I can say right now is different.
Right. Yeah. Well,
not telling you it's gonna be great. But it's gonna be different. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
I like different. That's the thing, though. Excited. You got to do stuff different, though. Everything's been done, man. It's like, so you got to get creative.
That's what's cool about this, man.
For sure.
We're that mainstream bullshit, man. I'm telling you, you got to get away from it. All that mumble rap, crap. I mean, it's like you're sick of saying it over and over again, but it's like everybody's still out there making money off of it. And still out there trying to push that same crap. Like they don't even have to be rappers anymore. They get their stuff written and brought in by somebody else. Like Cardi B, you know what I mean, kind of thing. Because at first,
which anybody out there, I'm not under ghostwriting. You hit me up, man. That's $500 a verse. I got you.
I got you all day.
$500
all day.
I'm not above that shit.
I'm gonna sell out, no problem. $500.
Let's throw in Snakes. This is finishes up the mixtape. And anything you guys want to talk about this song?
Man, this was this the first one I think we did?
This is the first one.
This is the first one we did for Egan's Rats, man. And
I remember seeing you guys do this one live at that pop show I mentioned in the beginning. So seeing you doing a live version of it, and so it's the only one I'd heard previously when I come to the recording and stuff.
And that one's kind of bloomed too, as well. Like as we were doing live performances of it, because as you can hear, once you get the mixtape and you'll hear it on there, it's just kind of a monotone. Watch out for the snakes. And then as we were performing it, and then I got kind of more comfortable with it, and I was like, okay, I'll put out more of a melody to it. More of a singing. Not full out singing, but still a melody to it. So and it kind of bloomed from there. And now it's kind of a completely different hook just from that.
Yeah, and a lot of songs have it seems like that just kind of bloomed a bit more when we play them and work with them and dabble with them. That one especially with that hook, because like you said, it's kind of got that robotic snakes, watch out for them. But then in live, if you ever catch it live, obviously, everything on the mixtape doesn't really have drums. We weren't going to throw live drums, get them mixed on there to put stuff out for free that we couldn't really make profit off of or anything.
Right.
But he'll take it and he'll be like, watch out for the snakes, watch out for them. And it's funky and people like that. And man, it's just cool to see it evolve, the more you dabble with it.
Sure.
But I really love that song because the metaphors in it and everything, man. Just all the symbolism and
sure.
Yo, man, I've been thinking. You gotta watch out for them snakes, right? Cause you never know when the good guy's gonna turn heel. For real. Just watch out for them snakes. I've been patiently waiting, daily debating, in a state of this constant frustration. Trying to make my way to the top of this nation without all the doubts when these people acting flagrant. Swear to God, bro, you ain't Pablo, you just a homie, something to lose that vibe, yo. Trying not freak out, lose route, back out, but I'm telling you, one more move to watch out, got your back. That's a fact. Fuck rap on the real tip. I'd rather pass bows and cast stones up in the catacombs where we used to rap circles around the clones until the sun came up. Come on, man, step your game up. These lame ducks ain't enough for the crew. We'll leave their cards face up. With a smile and a flow from the great gorilla, make the rap scene shake when these snakes curled in a bad place, leave a bad taste like they chewing on thumbtacks. We run raps, they just run traps. Trying to bomb us, we bomb back. Fuck a mumble rap, stumbling tracks, they fucking fumbling quacks. So wouldn't it be nice? Find a place to incite a whole new genre, rapping tight. It said these other motherfuckers remember what enticed the culture of mic to mic combat tonight. Watch out for them snakes, snakes, watch out for them. Watch out for them fakes, fakes, watch out for them. Watch out for the snakes, snakes, watch out for them. Watch out for the greats, greats, watch out for them.
It's overlapping, I'm over bombing the bomb garter. I'm over slouching, steady sipping the swamp water. I spit it on ugly ducklings, which bloom into beautiful swans, which evolve into full-blown swim-time bombers. When I kick it, me and my peeps, it's all commerce. When I kick it with you and your peoples, it seems improper. Fake snakes break shit, you bonkers. The fate and the weight of the world on my shoulder, and I'm honored to be your John Connor. Snakes in the grass, watch where you saunter. They in the agua too, so don't water close to the water. That one got a head made of copper and he pissed. That one got diamonds on his back, plus his neck and his wrist. That one got a rattle cause he think he make a lot of noise. That one got a cotton mouth, she smoking blunts with a lot of boys. That one like the record, think he got a grip on things he can't. That one throw his hood up anything he can, he ain't. I see him stale in the coiled position. Got a pot in the kitchen, boy, the scales off the victim. Extract the venom, create an antidote in case bitten. No rip that spitting venomous opinions. Listen to the wisdom I deliver. Seen the snakes in the grass and I mapped out where they slither. Then I go head to head like it's red on blue. If you a snake in my grass, mark my words, I tread on you.
Watch out for them snakes, snakes, watch out for them. Watch out for them fakes, fakes, watch out for them. Watch out for the snakes, snakes, watch out for them. Watch out for the greats, greats, watch out for them.
Well, and Snakes was that guy's nickname, right?
Yeah,
Tommy.
yeah, Thomas Snake, Egan, or Kenny, So
it kind of all comes full circle too.
Try to you know, fit everything together.
Yeah, we try to,
I did think it could use a little sample in there, maybe like that Sam Jackson. I'm tired of these
motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking blank.
But
that'd be classic. That's a good idea.
Or I was thinking of that drop from Home Alone when he says that's what he goes. His name's Snakes. I don't know any snakes. I'm like, you know, you guys remember that at all?
Yeah.
Classic, man. Love me some Home Alone. And Marv and Harry.
Marvin Harry. Never could get
the Wet Bandits.
The Sticky Bandits.
Well, I threw your picture up here online, and
sorry about that.
Hope it didn't shatter.
I think we went viral or something, or broke the internet. I don't know what we did, but
there were some crazy questions on there.
Yeah. But yeah, so Brittany writes in and wants to know how she can get a copy of that mixtape. I guess in shows right now. Is that we do have a copy of physicals?
Yeah, I think I told we got actually a show coming up this Friday and Saturday, and I think she said she was going to make it out, or not Friday, Saturday and Sunday. The one on Sunday is like noon to 5. It's very odd, but we'll be there.
It's a birthday party though.
Yeah. So you know, we're gonna come out, but we told her, she coming out to those shows, should come out and get one. And I mean, other than that, right now, I mean, you hit me up on Facebook, Dub Flow. You hit up Gorilla J, Jeff Gorilla J Woods. You hit up Bunko Creep over here, Tracy Hargraves. You hit up our Facebook page, Egan's Rats, you let us know. I'll personally bring you a mixtape. As long as you ain't like ridiculously far. You ain't hit me up from like Kansas or something. Like, I will mail you a mixtape if you're too far away.
I'll tie one to like a crow's foot and let him out the window, but I don't know how long it's going to be. You know, Pony Express takes a little bit too.
But I'll get you a mixtape. You just let me know.
Yeah. That, and then we had a bunch from this guy, Antonio.
I heard that guy ain't shit.
He was on a roll with these, most of them pretty silly. But I got a kick out of following along with that, and I'm glad he participated and everybody else that did too. It was a lot of fun. But Antonio wanted to know how come y'all don't have him on any features on the mixtape.
Yeah, and that, Antonio, that's because we're gonna put you on the album.
It's coming.
That's why.
It's coming.
That's my favorite part about.
We're saving the good stuff, and we're here to throw you on the good stuff. You're gonna put you on the mixtape that we're throwing out for free, man. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part about, especially in hip hop. That seems like, you call on all your buddies and they all come do a guest verse, and
it's all love, man. Yeah. That's the best part about this scene. You know what I mean? It's no hating, no like he's doing this or he's doing it. No, he's like, hey, you come over here, we're doing this. Why don't you come over here and check it out? You know what I'm saying?
Right. You come do some of this with us, and we'll come do some of that with you.
Yeah.
This will mutually
scratch your back, I scratch my back, kind of thing.
Yeah, I love that he featured you guys on his record, and especially that Midnight Train, man. That's my jam. That's
That's a fun. The Midnight Train.
That's a fun song.
We jammed that one out a long time ago.
Yeah.
And came, brought it back to life, and added some of the best St. Louis talent on it, and it came out really good, man.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me like that, because not a lot of people are doing that these days anymore. Like, it's always like maybe one or two or whatever it is, but like, remember, you mentioned him being from Atlanta, and that kind of came to mind with that Welcome to Atlanta remix they did, and that had like everybody on there. And
it had like 12 motherfuckers on there.
And they had like the St. Lunatics on there, and I think that was that Diddy was on there.
Right. Wow.
Everybody.
Snoop was on.
Everybody from their neighborhood. They
that was awesome, man.
Yeah.
That was good. I like that. That was I might like that one better than the original, man.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like that it didn't have a lute on it. Jermaine's dope too. You know, obviously. Waffle House lines with bars, but it was cool to see everybody rocking their own and that. You know.
100%.
Yeah, man. But that's always one of my favorite things about rap and hip hop.
Right.
Bringing all the homies on there.
Right. And St. Louis, it is hard, man, with a lot of people, a lot of parts of the hip hop scene are segregated, but like I feel like we're in this nice corner that's where it's not, man. Like everybody we usually deal with are very nice, humble people, we keep the respect mutual, we mess with each other, we got nothing but love for each other, and that's what we're trying to make fluctuate more out, and not just through the hip hop scene, through every scene. Like, if you're listening to this right now and you're in a different band and you want to mess with Egan's Rats, man, hit us up, man. Let's collaborate. Let's do music, man. Like, not just a genre. Let's just do music. Like,
yeah, man. If y'all got a band, y'all want us to come up on there,
make something
feature
wild,
on y'all's stuff. It doesn't matter, man. Just bring it in.
Right.
It's for the love of the music.
Yeah. Scrub writes in. He said, "Who's the better roller skater?"
Definitely Casey Jones all day.
That is me all day. We already know this.
Boy, Casey Jones, man, because me and Funko over here be rolling them 4 skates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they come over here skate on them 4 wheels. I was over there on the blades, like, what y'all doing?
Oh man, my feet were hurt.
We know this for a fact. And shout out to Scrub, man, because we went out to his video shoot. That mug's gonna be coming out. It's gonna be fire.
Crazy, man.
And it was at a rolling ring, man, and they had a little cash bar and everything. It was awesome, man. I ain't been skating in years. Dude, Shane, I did like 40 laps that night, bro. Like, I was so beat when I left. Like,
dude, Shane, I did like 2 laps. You know what I'm saying?
Drink a
beer, and that was about it, man. Then I had to take the skates off because my feet were hurt.
I had like 6 beers, bro. I was all up in there, bro. Like, I was dying by the time I left there.
It was a couple years ago. My wife had her birthday party at the skating rink, and she hadn't done that in forever, and they do like an adult night thing or whatever, so it's all a bunch of booze and everything else. And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea, a bunch of booze and skates. Like,
it was hella fun, man. It was like you were back. You know
I think only like one person got hurt that night.
Yeah. No, there was ambulance there twice. I do.
Like, I broke my leg. I broke my leg as soon as we got there. She's like, I broke my leg. I broke my leg.
I know. Jeff was worried. He had some. Do you have a leg break issue on skates?
Oh man, see that's the messed up thing. I was having PTSD, man. Because like the last time I was on skates, man, like I said, I hit the carpet, man. Right, I was coming in hot, and I was about to stop myself on the table, but I hit the carpet, and my leg went right behind me like Gumby, boy, and it just snapped. And it was like that. And the lady came up to me while I was on the ground. She goes, "Are you okay?" And my foot's like sitting there touching my ear. And,
I don't think so. You got a Band-Aid?
I'm like, I don't know, but I don't think my foot should be right here. You know what I'm saying? I got wheel burn on my ears and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was bad. So when we got them on the first ones, I was a little shaky, you know. But yeah, man, it was some times.
Yeah, I keep my big ass on the ground. I don't do.
That ain't no shit. Gorilla ain't supposed to be skating.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't. I never got into skateboarding or anything. I just. I stay on the ground. But yeah, man, we let's see what else we got on there. Kayla wrote an interesting question. I thought this was, but she writes in, and what's your favorite and least favorite things about the Midwest music scene? I think you kind of touched on it, Dub, with kind of some of a little bit. But do you guys have anything else you kind of comes to mind when you think of this stuff?
I mean, dude, it seems like a paradox almost, or like oxymoronic when I say it, but like my thing is just like the segregation and the hate, like with the people who are just kind of like, you know, like, oh, you make music, we make music, we don't mess with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, our music's better, we don't, you know. But then on the flip side, you get these people, you know, that have all love, and they're like, oh, you make music, we make music, like, let's make music together. So I mean, kind of seems kind of cut and paste in retrospect, kind of cookie cut, but yeah, I mean, it's just that spectrum right there. It's like, and you get it all, you know, like Midwest, you get it all. It's like the melting pot, man. Like, we get everything. We get influences from the West, the East, the North, the South, you know, like.
Well, that's how I love about what's happening right here in St. Louis right now, because we got, like, all over the spectrum. I mean, we got, you know, everything, country, rock, whatever, hip-hop. I mean, we got it all coming
blues,
in.
Jazz, everything.
Right. Oh, yeah, the blues. And I mean,
there's always been.
Yeah. I had a buddy ask me that one a little while back. He said, do we have any good blues here in St. Louis? I'm like, man, we got a whole hockey team named after it.
They invented the blues,
right? Yeah, sounds like 11 wins in a row, man.
Yeah, so
that's some good music right there.
I had to educate him a little bit on what happened here. But yeah, there's all kinds down on South Broadway. You can go find all kinds of good blues.
Yeah, man. And that's what's awesome about St. Louis is like, and it's not just like that with the music. Like, you used to get all the good food, like all good different kinds of genres of music, all just different everything, all different kinds of art, all kind of different artists congregate.
They had an article in there that said it was number two now for food.
Oh yeah. St. Louis is an eating city. You can get anything to eat.
Yeah,
like
it's crazy. And it's good for a big guy like me.
I can vouch for that too.
Right. I went to Fraley's a couple days ago, man. Them wings were crazy.
Ooh,
shout out to 10 Cents on that.
Yeah, shout out to 10 Cents,
man. Jeff and them, man,
they
were killing that.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yep. Yeah, big shout out to them. We got a lot of things happening for the group. You can again come out and see these guys live and get involved on the Facebook page. So we got a whole lot of things coming up. But when's are we expecting a 2008 or 2019 release for that album?
Oh yeah.
Within 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he wants to say within 2 months. I want to say, I told them, I said no later than October.
Oh, yeah.
And I know I said that before on some stuff, you know, like I was, I've been on some other times when I've said that, hey, I got some stuff coming October day and come this time for real. October.
We're going to do it.
All right.
But once we actually get together and everything, it melts so quick.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
we've been cranking them
we
out.
knock out 3 songs in 2 days. It's not, you know what I mean? So it's just having time with work and everything.
Yeah.
And all of our schedules, like he's a night owl, I'm in the mornings, he's working all day. So it's, you know, we just got to figure out the schedule together. And then once that's gravy, I mean, like I said, that's what I love the most about this group is that it just kind of like, it's like the ocean, man. It just kind of flows with it, you know. And it's not hard, and we're not arguing with each other a bunch of times. You know what I mean? There's some people that, you know, get together and they argue about something for 50 minutes, you know, about a hook or something like that. With us, we're just like, hey man, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, double kick something, or Tracy will kick like something like off the snare, you know, speed it up tempo, or, you know, slow it down. We're like, yep, we're going with that.
Yeah.
And then we play it the next day.
Right on.
You know what I mean? So
yeah. Well, I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited to see some more from this group. Like I said, I'm loving what I'm hearing already, and I know we're just getting warmed up. So,
right.
Some big things are on the horizon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah, thank you boys for taking some time out to hang.
You, man.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much, man.
It's been a lot of fun.
Podcast. Thank everybody listening.
Podcast,
Thank
baby.
you. Thank you for having
For
us.
years.
All right, bye everyone.
Later.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Well, yeah, that was it.